Picture this. You're out with her, just having a good time, but there's something in the air. Maybe it's the way she laughs a little longer than usual when you're around, or how she looks at you like she's trying to figure you out. You leave the night thinking, was that just a coincidence? Or is she actually thinking about me even after we part ways? This isn't by chance. There's a way to make her think about you, to have her wanting more even when you're not with her. And no, it's not about some secret formula or playing mind games. It's about becoming the kind of guy who's impossible to ignore, someone who stands out without even trying too hard. By the end of this, you'll have the tools to become the guy she can't get out of her head, the one who stays on her mind long after the date is over. Let's dive into how you can make that happen. Number 1, keep a sense of mystery. Think about your favorite book or movie. Why do you keep turning the pages or watching it over and over? It's the mystery, right? The anticipation of what's coming next. Now, imagine if you knew how the story would end from the first chapter. How exciting would that be? Not much. The same goes for relationships. If you're an open book from the start, there's nothing left to discover. Here's something that a lot of people forget. Mystery isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about not oversharing, creating space for curiosity. Let her wonder what's next. This doesn't mean being distant or cold. It's about showing interest without spilling everything. For instance, when she asks about your weekend, instead of listing every little detail, just say, "It was good. Did a little exploring, met up with friends," and leave it at that. She'll want to ask more. When you leave gaps in the story, she becomes invested in finding out more about you. Remember, it's not about hiding your true self. It's about letting her discover the layers of who you are over time, keeping her engaged and intrigued. Number 2, be the guy who gets it. Imagine this, she's telling you about a stressful day, venting about work, and you're just sitting there, listening, not trying to fix it, not offering solutions, just showing her you're really there. That's the moment when she realizes something. You're different from the others. You're emotionally available. You understand that sometimes she doesn't need advice. She needs someone who genuinely listens. Emotional intelligence is about more than just being a good listener. It's about empathizing with her emotions. When you validate her feelings, you're telling her, "I get you. I'm here for you." This connection is powerful. It's what makes her feel heard and understood. The best part, it doesn't just apply to romantic relationships. High emotional intelligence builds stronger connections with everyone. When you can empathize, it makes her feel safe to open up to you. And this is the foundation for a strong, lasting attraction. Research backs this up too. Women rate emotional availability as one of the top traits they find attractive in a man. Being able to be emotionally available isn't about being overly sensitive, it's about being present, tuned in, and ready to connect on a deeper level. Number 3, have a life she wants to be part of. Have you ever met someone whose energy was so magnetic, you couldn't help but be drawn to them? It's because they're passionate about something, whether it's their career, their fitness routine, or their personal goals. Passion is contagious, and when you're genuinely invested in your life, people can't help but notice. Here's the kicker, it's not about trying to impress her with what you do, it's about living a life that's fulfilling for you. Passion is sexy. When you're truly passionate about something, whether it's a hobby, your work, or a personal goal, it radiates confidence. And when you exude confidence, that's what makes her want to be around you. She wants to step into your world, to feel the excitement you have for your life. So, what's exciting about your life right now? If you don't have an answer, it's time to find that spark. Whether it's learning a new skill, hitting the gym, or even traveling, live a life that makes you proud. When you do, she won't be able to resist wanting to be a part of that world. Number 4, create moments she'll never forget. Ever had a date that felt unforgettable? Not because of where you went or how much you spent, but because of the feeling that lingered after? That's the kind of impression you want to leave. It's not about the grand gestures. It's about creating moments that feel personal and meaningful. Surprise her, but not in a way she's expecting. Take her somewhere unexpected, like a quiet park where you can talk for hours, or a hidden cafe that's off the beaten path. It doesn't have to be extravagant, it just needs to show that you thought about what would make the experience unique for her. These moments are what she'll remember. The way you made her feel special, the effort you put into making things feel different from the usual. Create those moments that feel like time stops. where it's just the two of you and nothing else matters. That's the kind of connection that sticks with her long after the date is over. Number 5, be a challenge. Keep her thinking about you. You don't always have to be the most handsome or the most successful guy in the room to get her attention. You just need to be unpredictably interesting. What does that mean? It means you don't fit into the standard mold she's used to. Be the guy who does something unexpected. Maybe you're the one who suggests an impromptu road trip or shares a random, fun fact that makes her smile. Don't be afraid to step outside the box and show that you can bring excitement into everyday moments. Whether it's a spontaneous adventure or a quirky interest you have, being a little unpredictable keeps her on her toes. She'll start wondering what you'll do next, and that's what keeps her intrigued. When you're predictable, you blend in. When you're interesting, you stand out, and that's exactly the kind of energy that makes her want more. So, to recap, keep that air of mystery, show emotional depth, live with purpose, create unforgettable moments, and don't be afraid to give her the space to miss you. These are not just tips, they're habits that will keep her thinking about you long after you've left her side.